Section 1. Introduction. The Shaheen-III is a land-based, solid-fueled, surface-to-surface ballistic missile developed and operated by Pakistan. Its introduction into the country's strategic arsenal represents a significant milestone in its missile program, primarily aimed at establishing a credible deterrent capability. The missile's development is often viewed within the context of the long-standing strategic competition in South Asia, particularly with neighboring India. However, its considerable range has also sparked considerable international discussion and analysis, with observers frequently speculating about its potential to reach other nations, including those in the Middle East. The question of whether the Shaheen-III can effectively target a country as distant and well-defended as Israel is a complex one, involving far more than a simple calculation of distance. At its core, the Shaheen-III is a multi-stage ballistic missile. It relies on solid propellant rocket motors. This design choice is significant. Solid fuel is preloaded into the missile, making it far quicker to prepare for launch. By contrast, liquid-fueled missiles must be painstakingly fueled, a process that can take hours and is easily detectable by satellite surveillance. That rapid deployment enhances survivability, reducing the window an adversary has to detect and destroy it on the ground. The missile is transported and launched from a road-mobile transporter-erector launcher, a large multi-wheeled truck that complicates tracking and neutralization. The missile's guidance system is another critical factor. Public sources suggest the Shaheen-III employs an inertial navigation system. An INS uses accelerometers and gyroscopes to track position and velocity from launch without external signals. That makes it resistant to jamming, but inertial systems accumulate small errors over long flights, which can reduce accuracy. To compensate, it may be augmented with a satellite navigation receiver, GPS or Beidou, providing mid-course updates to improve terminal accuracy. Comparing Shaheen-III to regional missiles provides context. Its solid fuel, mobile launch traits mirror missiles from China, India, North Korea. The emphasis on mobility and quick launches reflects a global trend away from fixed silos. While perhaps not as advanced in guidance or countermeasures as systems from the United States or Russia, the Shaheen-III still represents a mature, formidable capability, showing mastery of multi-stage rockets and solid fuel chemistry. Accuracy is a key variable. CEP, the radius within which 50% of warheads are expected to land, may range from several hundred meters to over a kilometer, sufficient for large area targets but challenging for small hardened targets with conventional warheads. The most discussed feature of the Shaheen-III is its operational range. Official Pakistani statements and independent analyses place its maximum range at approximately 2,750 kilometers, about 1,700 miles. This figure represents a significant leap in capability, extending its strategic reach far beyond its immediate neighborhood. A range of 2,750 kilometers creates a vast arc of potential targets, encompassing all of India, large parts of the Middle East, even into southeastern Europe and North Africa, depending on launch point. This extended footprint is what brings a distant country like Israel into the conversation. The straight-line distance between western Pakistan and Israel is at the very edge of the missile's stated maximum range. A launch from the westernmost regions of Balochistan could, theoretically, place Israeli territory within its reach. However, maximum range figures are typically with relatively light payloads and ideal conditions. Operational range with an effective warhead may be less. Reaching Israel would be a maximum range shot, leaving little margin for error. A ballistic missile follows a high, arcing trajectory, mostly outside the atmosphere. A Pakistan to Israel flight could take roughly 15 to 20 minutes. Launch heat is detectable within seconds by early warning satellites. Ground-based radars then track the missile, predicting impact points well before re-entry. Conducting such a long-range strike entails immense challenges. Precise TL positioning while avoiding ISR, potential overflight of other nations like Iran or Saudi Arabia, and the many potential points of failure throughout the sequence. The payload of a ballistic missile refers to everything it carries to its target, which primarily consists of the warhead and any penetration aids designed to overcome defenses. The Shaheen-III is reported to be capable of carrying a single warhead, which can be either conventional high explosive or nuclear. The exact payload weight is not public, but experts estimate around 1,000 kilograms. There is a fundamental trade-off between payload weight and range. A heavier warhead reduces maximum distance, a lighter one increases it. This is critical for a maximum range shot, such as one targeting Israel. With a conventional warhead, effectiveness depends heavily on accuracy. A 1,000 kilogram HE warhead can cause significant damage, but if CEP is several hundred meters or more, reliably destroying a small, hardened target is unlikely. It functions more as an area weapon against city districts, airfields, or large industrial sites. A single conventional ballistic shot may not justify risk and expense against a prepared adversary. The discussion changes with a nuclear warhead. Pakistan's doctrine centers on deterrence. A single nuclear warhead would cause catastrophic devastation, rendering CEP largely irrelevant. To improve survivability, penetration aids may include decoys, chaff, low RCS shaping, or terminal maneuvers. The sophistication on Shaheen-III is unknown, but such measures could complicate defense. Ultimately, while countermeasures can increase odds of arrival, specifics for Shaheen-III remain uncertain. Any discussion of a missile strike against Israel must contend with the reality of its highly advanced and multi-layered missile defense system. Israel has invested billions over decades to create one of the most comprehensive anti-missile shields in the world, designed to counter threats ranging from short-range rockets to long-range ballistic missiles. It is an integrated architecture of sensors, command and control centers, and multiple types of interceptors. Each element engages at different altitudes and ranges. A Shaheen-III launch would almost certainly be detected within seconds by space-based infrared satellites, with data shared to Israel in near real time. Powerful ground-based radars such as Green Pine and Super Green Pine detect and track ballistic missiles at long ranges, providing trajectory, speed, and predicted impact points. Israel's primary defense against long-range ballistic missiles like the Shaheen-III is the Arrow system. Arrow 2 intercepts within the upper atmosphere, while Arrow 3 engages exo-atmospherically, destroying threats by kinetic impact far from Israeli territory. This layered approach offers multiple opportunities to stop an incoming warhead. Despite sophistication, no defense is infallible. Success needs perfect detection, flawless tracking, successful interceptor launches, and effective discrimination against decoys. An adversary might try saturation or advanced countermeasures, though mass salvos are difficult with Shaheen-III's architecture. Israel's defenses make a successful strike extremely difficult, but not impossible. A single failure in the chain could have devastating consequences. Theoretical capabilities on a spec sheet often differ from performance in real-world conflict. Ballistic missiles are complex machines. Even after successful tests, not every missile will perform perfectly. Reliability depends on maintenance and crew training under pressure. Mobility enhances survivability, but large TLs need suitable roads and logistics. They are vulnerable to airstrikes, special operations, and satellite tracking while moving or setting up, inviting left-of-launch engagement. Launching a long-range ballistic missile is extreme strategic escalation with unpredictable consequences. A Pakistan strike on Israel would likely trigger major military responses and international condemnation and isolation. Public information is incomplete. True CEP, countermeasure sophistication, and reliability rates are unknown. Analysts rely on test footage, official statements, and comparisons. Educated guesswork. Its true effectiveness against a top-tier defense remains an open question. One that only conflict could answer, a scenario everyone wants to avoid. That uncertainty is part of the strategic equation. The Shaheen-III ballistic missile undeniably represents a potent and sophisticated addition to Pakistan's strategic arsenal. As a road-mobile, solid-fueled, long-range system, it reflects modern design trends emphasizing survivability and credible second-strike capability. Its stated 2,750 kilometers theoretically includes the outer edges of Israeli territory from western Pakistan. Combined with a powerful conventional or a game-changing nuclear warhead, it carries significant strategic weight across the region. But a maximum range shot would push the missile to its limits. Its flight would be tracked from launch and face one of the world's most advanced, multi-layered missile defenses. Deployment, pre-launch survivability, and geopolitical fallout are immense hurdles. Use in conflict would be a momentous decision with catastrophic, unpredictable consequences. The missile's primary value lies in deterrence, preventing conflict by ensuring any aggression risks devastating retaliation. While formidable, its effectiveness against a distant, heavily defended target like Israel is constrained by defensive, operational, and political hurdles. In an interconnected strategic landscape, potential can shape relations as much as use. Ultimately, the Shaheen-III is powerful, but not invincible.